Hello. We're going to take a big step together because I've moved the camera so that you aren't just seeing my hands today. So I'm doing a big stepperoonie for my mental self. Because otherwise you guys can't see what I'm doing. So are you ready to actually like see me as a person? Because it's going to happen. Hello. Yeah. This is different. I do have the camera on autofocus today since I'm going to be moving around. So it might be a little, I don't know, motion sicknessy. I'm also going to hide myself because otherwise I'm just going to stare at myself the whole time. So I'm going to just look at the chat on the Twitch layout instead of my actual streaming layout. Thank you. I do not remember who made this shirt, but it was somebody on Tumblr, and I got it from their Redbubble. I got this one, which is the Pan Goat Man. Goats are one of my favorite animals. I always say that if I was a furry, My fursona would be one of those fainting goats that just like fall over and play dead when they get freaked out. So it was just like so perfect for me. And then they also have a rainbow Mothman, which I also purchased. Um, yeah. So I have furniture. Maybe I should actually be looking at myself so that I can see what you guys can see. That's probably the smarter answer. And I'll just deal with the mental cringe, which is part of the point of doing this, is like proving to myself that not everybody's going to make fun of me for being fat, which is a fun way to live your life. Not. Um, so we have a piece of furniture that I bought. We're going to put it together. I have put together plenty of furniture before. I was definitely the put furniture together for other people friend in high school, and honestly, the glasses may not last very long. I don't wear my glasses super often anymore because I don't have problem with vision close to my face, so. And by close to my face, I mean like, I don't know, in the house. My optometrist called it house vision. So like I don't really need my glasses in the house, but with this headset, it's not particularly comfortable because of the design. So we'll see how long that lasts. What was I saying? I don't know. I bought this thing for our kitchen because it doesn't have enough counter space. So we're gonna put it together. And I make the joke about being a femme putting my own furniture together, but like I said, I do actually do that. So I just thought it was a funny joke when I came up with it the other night. Yeah, see, my mom was like that. I have the best vision in my family, my immediate family. And I needed glasses last, but because my entire family wears glasses, I wanted glasses when I was little. And so it was devastating to me that I didn't actually need glasses until I was like 19. So our first step with this is making sure we actually have all the pieces, which I didn't do before stream, which probably would have been smart, but we don't need to be smart. It's Friday. We're going to call it Fuck It Friday because that was a joke when I worked at the bookstore. I actually have a video of that. Maybe at some point if we do like a subathon or a charity thing, I'll make one of the incentives that I share some of my old YouTube videos they're still up, but they're privated. So that people can't just run into them unless they knew about them already. Oh, the notes immediately say that I need a helper to finish the installation. We'll see about that. We'll see. My brother is here, so if I really need something, but. Oh, yeah, I don't know. I also wanted braces when I was a kid because all my friends had braces because they were more affluent than I was. There's so much styrofoam and plastic. That's the little basket guy. 9-6. So this is just gonna be me nesting with a bunch of different furniture pieces, I think. But yeah, these are the same glasses I've had. Sorry, I just smacked the mic. These are the same glasses that I've had since I was in college, which was a significant amount of time ago because time happened. Don't know why that was allowed. Nobody asked me. So I have a 6, I have a 5, I have a 7. I should use a pencil to check things off. That would be smart of me. Okay, we have 1 6, we have 1 5, we have 1 7. But I didn't, like, my vision still isn't that bad. It's worse than it was, but who has the money to go to an optometrist? Not me. What are you? Number 8. Oh, it's on the back. Okay. We have an 8. So how's your back doing, Stars? I just saw your thread when I was posting that I was going live. I'm sorry that your back hurts. I know that. I know how that goes. do you put the basket? We have the basket. We have the tools, because I pulled those out to take a photo. Yeah, they are. And even, I'm sure this isn't as bad in the rest of the world, but even just going to the optometrist is outside of my price range. Because we hate poor people here, I guess is the short answer. I'm glad better. I'm sorry that it wasn't good enough to get your laundry done, but it feeling better is a step forward. So it's like super cold here today, so any pieces of styrofoam are just 70 times as staticky as they would be anyway. I just had the pencil. Where did I set it? Why am I like this? Okay. There'll be other days to do laundry, so it'll be fine. What are you? You're 3. I'm supposed to have 2 of you, and I have 2 4s. Good. But it was negative 19 Fahrenheit when I woke up. We're all the way up to negative 15, which is really cold, really fucking cold in Celsius. I don't remember what that is off the top of my head because I haven't had to make that specific conversion before. I know words. No, I don't. Okay. And we have a 1. I think that's everything we are owed in that regard. Next, we get to check all the screws. But first, I'm going to break down this box and get it the fuck out of my way. I'm going to curse a lot more while I'm making furniture versus making art. Because I feel like that's just how life works. Doesn't everybody curse a lot when they make furniture? Even if nothing's going wrong? Connecting to, I don't know, the dad Sona inside of me. Although I guess my dad was the one who cursed a lot. Not everybody's dad curses a lot. I don't know, something about, there it is. Something about building things with your hands. You just gotta curse at it. All right. We can get the box out of the way. And let me tell you, this box did not have a fun journey up here. It was not properly stuck together. I do have a space heater going back there, so I need to be careful about where I set the box. Stay put, thank you. More styrofoam, just what everybody wanted. Okay, screws and things. You're D, E, G, C, F. So one of you is A. You're A. Here's 5. I know that not everybody counts the screws before they get started, but I feel like that's the smarter way to do it. So then you know if you need to be extra careful because the extra screws aren't there. That's 10, 15. Perfect. That's the exact amount we're supposed to have. Because especially with these like mass-produced sets, if something's missing, they'll send you the replacement pieces, but it's really helpful to know when you start out if you don't have that. Really, if I was a smarter person or a person who thought ahead better, I would have done this last night. But I was sleepy tired. I am so eepy. I'm also still sore from, not too bad, but I am still sore from doing modeling. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Perfect. I did also think I had enough to bring out my wrist brace, because with the Allen wrenches, it ends up making my wrist a little angy. So we have all our A's, we have all our B's. How many C's? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. D, we have 2, which is how many we're supposed to have. E, 5, yes. F, perfect. 6 of these, yes. Then we have, I know that we have that because I pulled it out. There's that. All right, we have all the pieces we're supposed to have, so that's a great start. Now I'm gonna do the smart thing and, oh, I guess according to this, so we have our tools provided, but I need a second person according to this, but we'll see. My brother is here, so if I really, really need help, I can do that. But I've put together pieces that are similar but smaller before by myself, even though they said it would be easier with 2 people, so. Note, don't over tighten the screws until all the parts are in place. You got it, champ. So we need 6 and 7 to start out, which are these 2. Oh no, that's the worst, especially since it's the same. If you buy 2 of the same ones, sometimes, because they often put in a couple extra of the ones that they're likely to miscount, if you buy 2 of the same thing, sometimes you can make it work with the extras from the other kit, but if they're both missing the same piece, that doesn't help anything. Okay, we're supposed to do our 4s first, which of course I put on the very bottom of my stack. Let's see, so we do those, and then we do the 3s with the 5, that's fine. We add, oh that's interesting, they have me add the feet to this before the end. Then we add the crossbar, then the basket and its tracks, that's fine. Oh, well the tracks are on the actual frame. I was like, oh wait, I don't have any track pieces. They're actually built in, that's fine. It's not like a ball track, which is easier on the device. They don't make furniture with those anymore. It's really interesting to me. Like, I understand why, because it's more complicated, especially if you have your average dum-dum putting stuff together, but it's so much better for the longevity of the furniture. Okay, we put the basket in, and then we put the top on, and then we get to put in the extension cord plug bit. I'm not seeing anywhere on here where they think I need a second person. I don't think we need a second person. I think that they're lying to me. Like, yes, it would be easier with a second person, but I think we can do this. Nobody clip that, because if it goes bad, it's going to be funny. Okay. Since we're putting these parts on, I wish I hadn't trimmed my fingernails last night, but I'm going to peel off the number stickers since I theoretically know what we're doing at this moment in time. God, I haven't worn my glasses in so long. It's so distracting. I wish that they would make these easier to peel off, because that definitely did not peel off nicely. And I'm one of those people who's really weird about stickers still being on things. Also, I need to remember to take this music off the playlist because it's too chill. Where are you? I could do it right now, probably. Buddy. Maybe I can't do it right now. Because I added it pretty early on, didn't I? Okay, yeah, this is gonna stress my computer out too much, so I will try to remember to remove that album later. Will I actually remember? Probably not, but that's okay. Oh, I also, it only just arrived, but I got a little game that has like conversation starters. With, I forget what language that word is from. Hygge, Hygge, which is supposed to mean like comfy, cozy, comfortable, content vibes. But it's just like a little board game that has conversation starters in it. So I thought I could add that to our channel point redemptions for when we don't know what to talk about. Seemed like a good idea. I understand why these stickers need to be difficult to remove so that they don't fall off during shipping and production, but also it's ruining my life. Calling that good enough. I don't think these have a specific side that needs to go up. So I'm gonna put the label side down just because that seems like the right answer. Yeah, it's the reason I thought about it is because it's sitting like right there out of frame. I could have grabbed it, but I was like, maybe I should actually like focus on the task that I said I was going to do, which is a wild concept, I know, but yeah, autofocus is not having a fun time, is it? Okay. 6, 7, which side needs to go where? That's the next question. Okay, this is... No, that's the wrong one. Okay, the one with 3, which is this one, goes on the outside. That is good to note for the next step. There's a lot of different like little conversation card starters that those words were in the wrong order. You know what I mean. There's a lot of those, but I saw the Hygge one and I thought that that was cute. It was also relatively cheap. I think it was like $13 because it was on sale. And I was like, you know what? Why not? Oh, I also forgot to send you something this morning, Stars. Me suddenly realizing that I was not as on top of it as I thought I was. Alright, let's start here. These go there and there. Because I have a spreadsheet with all of my commands and stuff that I should send you, just so that you know what's what. I should start with that one because it only has one. All right, fine. Fine, we'll do it that way. It's out of date, if I'm being honest. I need to update it because I've added more commands, as you do. Yeah, okay. And we need our A screws, not the B screws. But it does, I don't know, I feel like it makes it easier because when I'm modding for people, I tend to like have a little sheet of common commands that I should remember for stuff. That was more important when I was doing all of my modding on an iPad versus a computer, because you have to use the chat commands to mod then, because the Twitch app is kind of shit, is the long and short of that. Okay. But I maybe should have put the laptop someplace else, or maybe I should be facing you guys, but there's only so much workspace. You guys can look at the side of my head. That's probably fine. Oh, I didn't do the official Driscoll family joke for reading instructions of how to do something. So my dad has a thing where he will read the instructions aloud to the room. This is specifically a thing on Christmas for the most part, when we get, like, I don't know. I remember this happening the first time with a fancy toaster that we got that had a bun warming rack. But his deal is to read the instructions aloud. And the important instructions that are always added are 1, don't lick it, and 2, don't put your dick on it. So just in case you wanted to know what living in my family was like, he's been saying that aloud to us since, gosh, how old would I have been when we got that toaster? Probably like 10. So don't put your dick in this, please. General life advice. This style of furniture always makes me think of the ironwood furniture in Animal Crossing. These two thoughts are not connected. They're just coming out at the same time. Don't worry about it. And I really like the design. I feel like it's a bit more sturdy too, because you actually, because you can see the I was going to say frame rate, but that's not really what I mean. The structural components of the furniture. They can't skimp on it the same way that they could if it was like internal. But I also just like how it looks, which is good, because this is like the most affordable style that's out there right now for US stuff. We don't have an IKEA up here or anything, so I've never been inside of an IKEA. Although I do wish that I had been inside of one. There's one like in Portland, and I think there's one near where my dad lives, but we have no reason to go to an IKEA, so. But it would be nice here if that was a thing, because shipping any furniture up here is expensive. Okay, other one now, this guy. I don't know why there's a second hole there. What's that for? Is there another shelf that gets connected there? I guess I get the option to put the other shelf higher or lower. All right, that makes sense. Vaguely. I'm betting this is not the most exciting stream content, but I'm not ready to get started on the art for this month yet. I would have liked to, I don't know, do a bigger brainstorming session about my plans for the color of the month, but I was sleepy tired. I just set the Allen wrench somewhere and I don't know where. There it is. I don't know. Maybe actually getting to see my physical form makes up for it in some way. I don't know. I was nervous about that. And like, I know it's not a big deal, but I don't know. There's something about it. I guess it goes back to being the bullied kid, huh? Where you were bullied for just like existing in your own personhood. I also didn't bring light over here. I think it's fine though. Thank you. Yeah, I know. I know a lot of us relate to that, which makes me a bit sad. But actually on Trish's stream yesterday, we were talking about how uncomfortable we are like going to gyms and stuff. Just as female presenting people for one, but I added in the fat element to that. Because like no matter what you do, people are going to judge you. Like it doesn't matter. I also hate eating in public. That's another one. Because like people are buttholes. That's the long and short of it, I suppose. Okay. That step's done. Next we get to do the other shelves. But first I'm going to tighten these ones that are on the inside. So otherwise that's going to be a pain in the butt later. The ones on the outside, easy peasy. But the ones on the inside will be a little bit more difficult to get to. Okay. You don't have an indication of which direction you should go, outside versus inside. So I think you're the same on both. Am I correct in this? I think so. Okay. These ones are the 3s? Yes. This is not going to take very long, I think. So maybe I will vaguely stand up, crawl across the floor, and grab that off the speaker over there. Because we could open it and discover it together. I hate these labels. I hate these labels. Do I have anything else fun to say? I don't think so. I did like sleep really weird last night, which I think is just because it's so cold. But I had like a solid 2 hours where I was in that liminal space where like you're asleep but you're not asleep. Like you're very out of it and groggy, but you aren't like properly sleeping. Which I don't find particularly fun. I woke up at like 6 a.m. and just kind of laid in that state until it was time to get up, which maybe I should have just gotten up and done stuff, but as previously mentioned, I was eepy. Right, I can go there. Yeah, I think I'm probably going to end up taking my glasses off. I don't wear them very often, and I definitely don't wear them with masks because my nose isn't big enough. I have a teeny tiny little baby nose, and it causes issues. don't have enough nose for both the glasses and the mask. I can move these scissors out of the way. That will lessen the likelihood that I injure myself, which is probably the smart answer. Those aren't all the way tightened yet because I gotta fit other stuff in there. If you tighten them all the way, then it won't fit. But It is tight enough for me to be getting along with, so. I think this is where they think that I need a second person, probably. But I think I can manage it. I think I can do it. I do think that I want to leave that like that for a little bit. Hey, this band just went live on Twitch. They've changed their schedule again, but I'm so like, I don't know, there is not a day where I don't have somebody else's stream to hang out in. Because, I don't know, I'm just like that, I guess. I show up in somebody's chat and I never shut the fuck up. And then I stay there forever. That's how it works, right? I don't know. I'm always every year for the Twitch year in review thing, I'm always shocked at how much I actually talk. They're like, you sent X number of messages, and I'm like, well, shit. I dropped it. Oh no. There it is. I don't know. I just know how much like even before I started streaming, I was aware of how much harder it is to stream if you don't have somebody to bounce off of. So I regularly show up in smaller streams and I'm just like, hi, I'm going to talk a lot now. like ask questions and follow-up questions. Because it's helpful. I have, like, I was thinking about this the other night. I've, like, somehow managed to trick myself into being more outgoing. Because I'm definitely an introvert. But I think some people who have only, like, just met me would assume that I'm an extrovert. Because instead of... How do I phrase this? Am I awake enough to phrase this? Maybe not. Because, like, instead of, like, worrying about how people are going to react to me, asking questions or being friendly or whatever, I just kind of hit a point of, well, you know what, fuck it. If people don't like me, they can leave. Although I do think that maybe I was a little bit over enthusiastic about something at the modeling session I was at, because the teacher that I'm working with also is an artist, obviously, because he's teaching art, but he also streams and has started streaming again over winter break. And I follow him on Instagram and stuff, so I was aware that he was doing art, but I didn't realize that he'd started streaming again. So I went and followed him the other night, but I asked him that in front of all of his students, and I'm realizing that that probably wasn't the right call, because some people kind of really want to keep their private and work life separate, and so I felt kind of bad about that. He seemed to take it okay. Like, he didn't seem angry with me or anything. But he's also just kind of like a very chill, quiet person, I think. So me being like really enthusiastic about hearing about his work might also come across as weird. I don't know. I just like talking to people. Which is so funny because, well, I guess I should say I like talking to people that I choose to talk to. Because if I'm put in a situation like a cocktail party or something, that's my version of hell. It's just having to deal with the same 3 topics of conversation over and over again for the rest of my life. Although I guess maybe it would be different if I was the one in charge of the party. Because for the most part, those kind of like small talk parties I've done is, yeah, for sure, stars. I definitely have that problem too. And what's weird is I didn't realize that that might be an issue while I was there, but I realized it later. And I was like, oh, right. People aren't as just like straight up open all the time as I am. Because, like, I don't know. There are very few things that I'm not willing to talk about. If somebody asks me, but generally I wait until people ask. Except in this situation, I guess. In streaming situations, I just never shut up. But generally speaking, like, I'm down to talk about whatever. And I don't know. There are a couple things that I wouldn't talk about, but overall I don't really have any, like, off topics. And I don't keep certain things from certain people in most situations. So I sometimes tend to not realize that that would be a normal thing for other people to do, which can cause issues. This one. So I don't know. I hope that wasn't an issue. But I know some of his other students follow him on Instagram because I'm following them now. So I don't think it's a huge deal. And he has it listed on his Instagram. So I'm probably just overthinking it by a lot, which is one of my great skills, is overthinking things that I've already done and can't change. I think that's all of us, though. Really. I say all of us. I think that's everybody I'm friends with. I'm gonna tighten these up a little bit, even though I know I shouldn't until I'm done. But you know, YOLO. Yeah, sorry, is me moving the headset like really loud? I hope it isn't. But I don't know, because I'm such an open person, I kind of just forget that other people aren't like that automatically. uh, G, G. So if I've ever like asked you something that seemed like inappropriate, you can just tell me. I'd rather be told than worry about it. I do that again with the having been told I'm overly intense, which I think we talked about previously. If I overstep a boundary or whatever, just tell me. Because the chances of me picking up on subtle hints are minimal. And I'd rather be told and fix it than just be like, I don't know, ghosted or something. Which I do get ghosted sometimes, but I think we all do. It's just a matter of how hard we take it, maybe. Yeah. I don't know. There are some people who have definitely, like, I've said something and then I go back a little bit later and I'm blocked or whatever, and I'm just like, I don't know what I did, so I don't know how to fix it. But I'm glad that they removed themselves from a situation they were uncomfortable with. I just would rather have the opportunity to grow, even if that person that I've slighted or whatever doesn't want to be there for the growth. I totally understand, but I would like to be told what I did so that I can think about it in the future and alter my actions. But we don't always get that, so. And to be fair, I don't always give that to people either, so it's maybe not fair for me to ask for it. I put this on the wrong way. I was like, I don't think that there's a specific way, but there definitely is, and I didn't notice. I think. Double checking. Did I do it the wrong way? Maybe I didn't. Oh, no. Yeah, that's right there. All right. Never mind. I had to make a mistake at some point. It's required. Hey, Goose! How you doing? You have muted on, so if you can't hear me, then hi. Just need to flip this around. They could have made that a little bit more clear, but also when you're putting furniture together, you have to make a mistake at some point. It's like a requirement. Oh, I think a lot of people use those to troll, so it's gotten to the point where a lot of people just ignore them, which is unfortunate because it's a good accessibility option. But a lot of people just use them to be little shits, which, I mean, really is true of any accessibility option that's ever existed. But gotcha. All right. If I lean that and then unscrew these, it's gonna pop off and make a big noise, and I'm not gonna like it. Also, I don't know why they had us put the feet on at this stage. That doesn't really make sense to me, but things don't need to make sense. Yeah, agreed. And I mean, I'd rather the accommodations be there even for people who are using them in bad faith than not be there at all. But it does get really frustrating because, like I've mentioned before, I'm hard of hearing, in one ear specifically. I had a really bad ear infection in this ear in college. And it was a semester where I was taking 19 credits and working a part-time job. So I really didn't have time to get to a doctor until my body had already fought the infection itself, but it left me with a lot of scar tissue in my ear. So yeah. So I definitely get irritated. One of the things that really pisses me off, okay, we're gonna have a vent session now. That's what's gonna happen. Something that drives me absolutely batty is people on Tumblr who put unmute in the text underneath their video or turn the sound on or whatever and don't provide captions. It pisses me off so much. I did flip this around, right? Yes. Okay. Let's not make the same mistake again. Yeah. I know that you have tinnitus, so like you get it. But I don't know, telling somebody to do something that not everybody can access and acting like it's a requirement is so annoying. I'm like that with stuff on Instagram too, because I never play stuff with sound, which is why I don't use TikTok very often, because it automatically does sound. I don't know. I just find sounds overwhelming a lot of the time, especially on bad hearing days, because it gets really frustrating when you can't understand what's happening, or like it takes a lot more effort, like a lot more spoons, to be able to understand somebody who I'm not familiar with speaking. Yes, I hate that. Also, when they removed the possibility for, what did they call it? Community added captions. Because I was one of the people who was doing captions for people. And then they removed that setting and I was like, okay, so just fuck anybody who can't hear, I guess? What the hell? Because the auto captions are god awful, especially with accents. It's a hot mess. And like there are people who are helping and want to help. Like me. Hi. And it's so irritating. But also that doing captions on YouTube was a good way to add captioning to your resume. And now that's gone. Because you could say, oh, XYZ experience in captioning videos and like put a YouTube link or whatever. But once again, I'm not in charge of the world, or it would be a little bit different. Ooh, that'd be fun. Yeah, that's fair. And yeah, I definitely cannot throw stones about the the ADHD basket of hobbies. I usually go back to stuff though, but okay, that's what we were supposed to do. Where did I put that other piece? Here it is. Dup. I'm supposed to do like yay. I think. And those ones, is that right? I would love it if it would show me from the back what I'm supposed to be doing. But alas, that is not an option that we get. So there and there. That doesn't seem to make sense to me on the long one because that definitely doesn't fit. Am I missing something? Maybe. Also, if you want me to... Am I having an idiot moment? Perhaps. Maybe. I'm sure that there's somebody somewhere who has just completely thrown all of the information that you ever needed to know about it onto like YouTube or something. There. So yes, that one. The holes are not in the place that the diagram shows. Am I making another boo-boo? No, because it's not over there neither. Like here, and that one shows that it should be down here. You guys, can you see me? Oh yeah, you can. Okay. So I guess I will be taking this with a grain of salt. Because that goes there, so it can't go in there. It has to be these two. But that is definitely not what the diagram shows. But that does make it long enough, so that tells me that I'm probably right and the instructions are badly put together, which is not a shock. Love that for me. Okay, but we need our bag of E screws now, which is here. And our B screws, which is this one. All right. I have considered, like, okay, I'm a weird, morbid person. I don't think that this is a secret, but I really like true crime stuff and watching, like, courtroom TV. I have definitely considered trying to become a court stenographer. Just because, not even that I think I'd be necessarily good at it or whatever, but just because I want to be inside a courtroom and getting the tea on all the big cases, which is not a healthy reason to do that. Fun fact. But that won't stop me. I still haven't finished the O.J. Simpson trial. That's when I started a while back. Because I was like, I was alive for it, but I was definitely not cognizant of what was happening. But I think learning any kind of shorthand is really useful too. So maybe instead of doing stenography, you could look at like Greg's shorthand or something. Because that would be something like kind of similar, but a little different. Unless the clicky clacky is like the big important part there. Which is totally fair. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it would probably be really emotionally draining. Because there's a lot of bad things that happen in the world. And watching people be upset is always difficult. I'd bet that things like stenography and shorthand are desperate for new people too, because it's going out of style, you know? Because it's not a career option that's shown as important, as academic, as something. I'm just saying words, I don't even know. Okay, it's time for basket. I'm not sure if there's supposed to be a front or a back to this. It looks exactly the same to me, but ta-da! Basket. I do think that I need to tighten the screws on the outside a little bit more, but we can do that in a little bit. Then you want the F screws to go in there to trap this in there? Is that what you want? Or just in general? Yeah. I don't know. I feel like a lot of the things that people are like, oh, you need to do, I don't know, text to speech or something like that. Oh, I see what it's supposed to be. I get it. So that, yeah, all right. I figured it out. I just needed to look at it. But people are like, you need to use text to speech, blah, 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 blah. But those programs almost all suck. So, and the only good ones cost money. So shorthand is still really important. And also if you're trying to, like, I don't know, keep things private, like for instance in your doctor's office or something, speaking it would not be the right way to go. Yeah, honestly, finding a little old lady to hang out with in general is a good life choice. You will hear some of the craziest stories you've ever heard in your life from the most innocent seeming little old lady. Does this work for that? It does. I don't know how tight they want me to make this. Hey Bean! How you doing? Is that reasonable? I think so. Okay. Nice and clean. Clean Bean Supreme. Ooh, what are you sewing? Yep, have a good break. It would probably be smart of me to take a headset break, but I know myself that isn't happening. Okay, we did that. Now we get to put on the top, and then we get to do the thing. We're almost done, you guys. I only made one mistake so far. Knock on wood. We'll see if that continues. It's gonna be easier for me to put the top on if I just do this, so that's what's gonna happen. Ugh. Which is this guy. Oh, those corners don't need to be on there. Cat toys, that's fun. Yeah. This headset, I need to get one, excuse me, that isn't the like pinch kind. I need like proper over ear, because these ones are they aren't like cupped over the ear, they're just a circle on the ear, and so it pinches my head. It makes my jaw hurt after a while, which is not great. Oh, I just found something I was looking for the other day. The table that I stream on is a coffee table that my great-grandfather made from an old school desk. So it has pockets in the table, which is where you would have kept like your books and stuff. But because it's shorter now, he cut the legs and made it smaller so that it would be a coffee table, right? Um, but since the pockets are shorter, um, you can't really see what's in them when you're standing up next to the table. And I'm sitting here like at the right eyesight level where I can actually see what's in the pockets. And I was looking for a smaller screwdriver, which I knew I had in the kits that I used to replace the joysticks on my Switch. They're right there. I was looking for them and I was like, where the fuck did I put those? It's there. I found them. The bet, anybody want to take a bet if I remember them, where they are the next time I need them? I wouldn't take that bet because it's not a good one. What screws do you want me to use for the top? B. You got it. Yeah, exactly. That's the problem. And because I kind of gave up on replacing the stuff in my Switch because, well, I guess because I got a Steam Deck is the real answer there. So I haven't used them in a while, but having those tiny little screwdrivers is pretty helpful to have around. Because sometimes people make screws that are way too small. I don't know why they have you put the basket in before this. Because it's kind of annoying, not gonna lie. Thank you, Stars. Stars just sent me a DM with the screwdrivers. The tiny screwdrivers are in the table pocket. Thank you, Stars. Looking out for me. Looking out for future Katie. But that's always the danger, which is like an ADHD thing too, where if you can't see something, you forget that it exists, which I definitely have a problem with, which is why I nest. So I like sit and spread everything out around me where I can see it. I appreciate it, Stars. We're looking out for each other. That's how we do. Okay. I find it interesting the order they have me do these things in. Some of it makes sense, some of it doesn't. Yeah, I'm just like that as a person. For real, Stars. I mean, we manage it most days. But I think it's really funny, and this is going to end up becoming a too real conversation, but I think it's really funny how I'm way better at remembering stuff for other people than I am for myself. So like if somebody says, oh, I need to remember to take my meds in a half hour, I'll remember that for them. If I remember I need to take my vitamin when I get back upstairs for myself, like if I think that, I don't remember. And I think that comes from having grown up being responsible for other people's regulation in my household, where I was expected to put other people's needs above my own. Which, yeah, that's a thing. It's the mom friend loophole. Although maybe I'm dad friend today since I'm putting furniture together. I don't know. You want to actually do the thing, please? Thank you. Yep, same. Although I was started a little earlier than that, if I'm being honest. But yeah, I definitely am grandma coded too, because I knit and crochet. And yep, I'm the person with the backpack full of other things. So I have Tums, I have Advil, I have Tylenol, I have Benadryl, I have all sorts of stuff. And I always have Band-Aids. Always have Band-Aids. I need to actually, I have those little individual packets of Neosporin. Well, really, it's off-brand Neosporin, but I need to get some more of those because I think I used up my last one. I also carry like a full nail set that has like nail clippers and files and an emery board and stuff like that too. Those are really useful, the ones with a bunch of stuff in them. Because those little cuticle scissors come really in handy, especially when you are embroidering and you can't find your regular fiber scissors. Want to actually do the thing here, please? Thank you. Yeah, I've been trying to put one together that's not, because like those ones that you can buy at like the airport or whatever suck so bad. I really want to put one together. I do have all my sewing stuff in like an actual tin now, like just my needles and basic white thread and then whatever I'm working on. I just reused a tin that I got from my tea company, because if you get their fandom blends that people make, you can buy a big amount of it in a tin that has like the label and stuff on it, and they're really nice. And I like having the metal because I use magnets on the inside and the outside as places to put my needle so that I don't lose it, and then eventually sit on or step on it. So those are really nice. But the thread quality in those like buy wherever ones are so bad that you might as well just like not bother. We just listened to this one, didn't we? I'm pretty sure. There's two versions of it in the playlist because there's like the A version and the B version, and they did two different albums. So they did the A version of the album and then the B version of the album, so they're a little bit different. Yeah, hi Dream, how's it going? It's not even just a face reveal, it's like whole body reveal. This is it. You're seeing the real thing. What's the next step? Next step is putting in the pluggy bits. And again, I don't understand why they have me do it in this order, but I'm gonna do what they told me. Yes, Drawer, you're very helpful. Thank you. There we go. It's telling me to put it in here, but there are not holes. Is there something that I'm missing? Probably. How are you doing, Dream? Yeah, there are definitely not holes for this on either side. Is it on? Oh, I'm looking on the wrong side of the thing. I'm silly. Ignore me. I'm just being silly. It's fine. You want it on this side. Makes more sense to me to be on the other side, but you know what? I'm not the designer. There you go. But we definitely are going to finish this very quickly. I expected this to take a lot longer, but I guess I'm strong from modeling the other day. Or maybe, you know what it is? It's probably that I have people watching me, so I'm actually focusing on it. Which direction do you want this to go? This way? Yes.
And now for my next number, I'd like to return to the classics.
But maybe we can dig through the Hoog game too and just chat for a bit. I will say that my good friend, we are building furniture today. I'm having a butch moment. We got this little sideboard for our kitchen because it doesn't have enough counter space. So this is going to be like for the Keurig and our coffee syrups and stuff like that. I say butch moment as if I haven't put together furniture for all of my female friends at some point. I am femme, but I'm a femme who knows how to use a screwdriver. So I'm a catch. Thank you. Let's make sure these are in the right spots before I get too far into this process. Yeah, let's go. Although really I'm not independent. I need people. That's why you're all here with me. I need emotional support. But I don't know. I was definitely... Yeah, see, we don't have an IKEA up here. So this is just like ordered off of Amazon, which is not the best, but it's what I can afford. I'm not tightening this all the way yet because I want to make sure that it's right before I continue. Hello, Schmuckleberry. How are you doing? Yeah, we don't have an IKEA up here. I've never even been in an IKEA, if I'm being honest. But I really wish that we did have one because I want those huge ass stuffed animals. Like, hello, where is my shark stuffy? It's just an Alaska thing. The franchises we do get are really random because it's whatever somebody thinks we'll like. And somebody up here is willing to front the franchise costs for, because most of the franchises up here aren't like corporate owned, they're individual owned, which is good and bad. It does mean that they usually pay a lot better than other franchises in the lower 48 would. Yeah, I just like stuffed animals, man. I like stuffies. I like things that are soft and cuddly. This is also what I look for in a partner. Soft and cuddly. Not only what I look for in a partner, but it doesn't hurt. Oh, that's great. I'm glad that you have a shark plushie. I feel like that's essential for life in general. Yellow octopus. I love that. You have a blue velvet couch? I'm stealing your life. That sounds so great. Octavius, that's good. Okay. We're getting there. Gosh, this one was so much easier to put together than the nightstands that I got that are like the same style. I say that we're not done yet, so this could all blow up in my face horribly at some point. I should also make sure that I tighten these enough while I'm here before I start adding more stuff. I think those are good. Yeah. Goot goot. Okay, next we get to add the electrical outlet, I think. And then I hang the hooks and then we're done. Which is wild. Did you know that I might have put this on backwards? Okay, you know, I said I made the one mistake, so we're good to go. Nobody clipped that. This is the moment that I knew was coming. I am putting it on the way that it says to put it on, but it also says that the screws should be going from here, which, yeah, that's not... Let me check the thing before I undo this entirely, because I could do the plug through there, but this is what I get for following the instructions, I suppose. Because they definitely did not do the most accurate of thing. Diagrams. That's the word I was trying to think of, diagrams. Really what I'm doing is purposefully making mistakes so that we have more content and more time together. Yeah, the manuals are always just like a bit of a mess. Because, like, I get that they don't want to use language so that they don't have to pay to translate it, but also maybe use language. Or I could just drop everything. That works too. Let's just take this guy out all the way. I do need to think harder about what I'm doing for color of the month this month, color in focus. Because the patrons voted, and the color we have chosen is Robin Egg Blue. Excuse me, which is a very pretty color and very icy. I think someone on Tumblr reblogged it and said April vibes, and I was like, I don't know. I associate that more with like ice color now than I used to. Not be a butthole. That would be nice. No, you want to continue being a butthole. All right. But it's also February, which means that it's the shortest month of the year, so I need to like plan pretty well, especially because I have so many modeling sessions this month, which means I'm going to be tired and have less time to work on stuff in general, in addition to the being tired. So I really need to like plan it out. I don't think I have time to do an embroidery this month, which kind of bites, but But it's so... Hold on a second. I'm gonna cough a bit, I guess. There we go. I don't really need to cough in your ear, I think. But, what was I saying? Embroidery. That's what I was saying. I don't know. If I can manage to make one that's really little, maybe I'll have time, but I'd kind of rather not stress out about it when I have other stuff to do. Because watercolor, believe it or not, is like a lot faster than doing embroidery. I do definitely want to do like a glacier painting, I think. Because it isn't like the exact right blue, but I think it will get the vibe across really nicely. Because glaciers, the way that they're compacted, the light refracts differently, so they look like super, super blue. And I have some good reference photos of that. Because I live in a place where there are glaciers. When we first moved up here, we did a lot of the touristy stuff. Yeah, it's so pretty. And I think it's closer to like a phthalo blue. And not robin's egg, but I think the robin's egg will read really nicely. So yeah, I think that would be nice. And I did want to do more Alaska art this year, which I haven't really done yet. I say this year meaning from my birthday to the next birthday. I should specify that because that's a little bit confusing for other people, probably. Because for a lot of like my personal goals and stuff, I do from my birthday to my birthday for a year instead of like by the calendar year. So for my birthday last year, we did a Meet the Artist painting, I guess, visual, where I put a couple goals, like art goals, that I wanted to do this year for my 35th year, I guess. And then I need to think about goals for my 36th year, which is wild to me. I'm old. And I don't mean that in like anybody who's older than me is so old. I mean like I never expected to be this old. So that's kind of funky to have ended up in a place that I never planned to be. It's crazy. Okay, what? Gosh, my finger is so beat up. I got a paper cut on it the other day, and so all of the skin on my cuticle is peeling, and it's just like a disaster because I keep hitting it on stuff. But I refuse to put a band-aid on it because, I don't know, it's a sensory weirdness. Because I use my hands for so much, and I don't like having something in between me and my dexterity. I also hate wearing gloves for the same reason. Even though I live in some place that is so cold, I don't want to wear gloves. Okay. We get to use D-screws now. D-screws. And then we're pretty much done, guys. I will point out that this thing said that I needed another person to do it, and I did it by myself. So I would just like to say I'm so cool and so on top of it. Look at me go. Like, would it have been easier with two people? Probably. But I mean, I guess I have all of you here. You count as a second person, right? Even though you can't hold up a shelf while I'm screwing stuff in. would love if this little screwdriver they gave me was magnetic, but it is not. That would make this much easier. Then we get to tighten the outside hex nuts. Well, screws, but with hexes. Well, I think I did pretty well on those, that they don't really need to be like crazy tightened. And then I make my brother move this over to where it's going to live forever. I think that's the right call. I can probably carry this just fine, but he's taller than I am, so he has to, by like a lot. So he doesn't have to lift as high. They say to put the hooks over here, but I think putting them on the higher ones makes more sense. Stay put, please. Thank you. All right. All right, look at us go. Now I gotta hang these little weird hooks they gave me on here. Then we're set. And I can go grab, well, I'll probably take a quick break. Then I'll go grab the conversation starter game I was talking about, and we could take a look at that. And see what we think. And then we can go raid somebody. I know at least one person is live who I want to go hang out with, so. Well, I guess technically I know two. I know who I would choose to drop you at. I also should probably, like, clean up the mess. That's probably a kind thing to do for future Katie, so that she doesn't have to clean everything up. I should also grab a bag for the extra screws. I always keep them, just in case. Because, I don't know, I'm just like that. I could keep the Allen wrench and stuff with it, but you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna leave it with the switch screwdrivers, and then I'll forget those exist. Except I won't, because Star sent me a message about it. Let's see. I don't think I need to keep the instructions, but maybe I will. Just in cases. Ooh, I know what I should have done before I screwed that in, was check to make sure that the outlet actually worked. There is not really an easy way to do that over here, but that's okay. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I think we'll live, because where we're putting this is next to an outlet anyway, but there you go. Right, so I'm gonna take a quick break, which means I'm gonna run some ads. So if you don't want to see the ads, look away, mute the tab, do whatever you need to do to avoid the capitalism. And when I come back, we'll just have a little chit chat for a bit, huh? Before we wander off to spread the love across Twitch. So I'm gonna be right back. If my computer will let me change seats. There we go. I return. All right. Where did I? It's like I did bring back a plastic bag. Hey, camera, you want to focus? Buddy? All right. I did bring back a bag to contain our extra screws here. And the instruction manual. I also cleaned up all the styrofoam and stuff, which was a productive use of my time, I think. So I would rather not just leave a pile of crap in the living room for my brother to deal with. Yeah, for real. This camera, not great. I mean, I think it works fine as a face cam, but for art, it's definitely not the best. But one day I'll be able to afford a better camera, and then we'll be good to go. So this is the game I was talking about, Hoog, the Hoog game. I didn't realize that this was flipped. I maybe should have flipped it the other way so that I actually look like I do in person. But let's remove the wrapping here and see what this is about. Hygge is a Scandinavian, quote-unquote, or Danish, really, word for enjoying the good things in life. It evokes an atmosphere of coziness accompanied by a feeling of contentment and well-being. And there's nothing more hygge than spending quality time with the people you love. Hygge game is all about bringing people together by encouraging friends and family to share their stories and bond over discussions of the big and small things in life. This game has more than 300 thought-provoking questions designed to spark meaningful conversations and create the right atmosphere for a hygge evening. Perfect for a night in, a small party, or a dinner with friends or family. The hygge game also makes a great gift. So I bought this specifically to use on stream. This is such a weirdly shaped box. It's just cards in there, but they made it a big box. I don't understand, but sure. The rules. It's all about enjoying a good time, blah, 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 blah. This means there are no winners and losers in this game. The goal is simply to make it as hygge as possible and everybody wins. Love that. I hate competitive games. My family is like super competitive and I don't like it. It feels mean. Maybe that's just because of how my family does stuff, but another option is to have one person read all of the questions on a card out loud, blah, 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 blah. Questions can be asked in any order. Classic way is to have one person read all the questions on the card to the person to their left, who answers them one at a time. Then that person draws the next card and reads the question, blah, blah, blah. Basically, what we're going to do is have a channel point redemption where you can tell me to pull a card and we'll ask a question on it. And then we, as me and all of you, can answer the question and have a little discussion. It seemed like a good idea to me. The plastic they use is 100% compostable, it says, which is fun and interesting. So let's try this out, and then I will figure out how many channel points I want to do it for. Oh, the sun just came out. Did you guys see that in the background? One of the weird things about our house, just Alaska in general, is that because the angle of the sun changes so dramatically, where the light comes in the house at certain parts of the day is very different. So that's the direction of the back deck. This is the front. This is the window that we usually have natural light for stream. But yeah. It gets really dramatic. So during the winter, we get a lot of light through the back. And during summer, we get a lot of light through the front. Because it changes so differently. Okay, let's shuffle and see what we get. I have no idea what kind of questions these are. It just had good reviews, so. Oh, this is nice. Okay, so the first question on the card is, in what ways do you make other people's lives better? I think that I've been really good at helping other people do better with positivity in their own heads and taking better care of themselves, which is something I'm really proud of for myself. Because, like, Jick, for instance, used to stream even if he had a migraine, used to not take breaks, used to not drink water on stream, used to stream after a 12-hour day at work, and he no longer does that because I've bullied him about it until he was a lot better about himself. He actually... Can you focus? Girl, please. And I definitely do that with and I'm working on that with stars, too, as a matter of fact. Making sure that people are nicer to themselves because they deserve to be nicer to themselves. So I think I've done a really good job with that. What about you guys? What are you proud of yourselves for? Trying is the important part. Just taking the first step to thinking about doing it and then trying it is so big because it really does rewire your brain. It takes a while, but you get there. You get there. I know you guys make my life better by just existing in the same space as me because you're also niceys to me. But I think these seem like cute questions. It seems like a good addition. So, how slow is my computer? Can I add this as a channel point redemption right now without it exploding? We're gonna find out. And that will give you guys a second to think about your answers. In what ways do you make other people's lives better? Yes, I know I'm live. Thank you. Viewer rewards, that's what I want. I well and truly do not understand how they set up this stuff. Maybe I should add an alert for that one that has like a hug. Or like a cozy cat or something. That would be cute. Okay, I'll let you pass. But I will say that you make my life better by being nice to me. And sending me little things like that shrimp this morning. How many channel points do I want to make this? The affirmation cards are 300 channel points. Is that like about the right amount? I think so. I'd like to add a new custom reward, please. I don't need you guys to input text. I guess I'll make this like a warmy yellow color. That seems like a good shout. Like right there, I think. I don't think I'm gonna limit any of it for now. We can mess with it later. So that should be there now. No, you're never bugging me, Bean. Never. And yeah, of course. Thanks for being here. I keep forgetting you guys can see my face, so I keep not making facial expressions like I should. Just streamer problems. The other questions on this card that I pulled, I'm just going to say them. We don't need to discuss them. Is which of your family members do you look like the most? And describe a time when you helped a stranger. So I think these all seem like really nice, cozy, positive questions, which is good. I think that's what we want. So I think this will be good for us. I do think that the box for this is very stupid, but because like you could do this in just like a card pack, but instead they've made it so that the internal of the box is actually too big for the cards. So they're gonna like slide around a bunch, which is kind of annoying. So I might find a different box to keep these in, but that's good. Do I have anything else to like talk about right now? I don't know that I do. Yeah, it just seems like bad design, honestly. But I do think that these will be nice for stream to add to our positivity and, I don't know, learning about each other. There's my phone. I have so many emails. Goodness gracious, I'm so popular. I think I will take these S-hooks off of here so that it's easier to move. I only just thought about that. But yeah. I do have one modeling session next week. I think I mentioned already that the week of the 20th I have 3 and 2 of them are back to back, which is not going to be great because I have like a late night one going right into an early morning class. Excuse me. So that's going to be not good for my brain. But we'll see. We'll see. I'll manage it. Like it'll be fine. I know all the teachers at this point, so I'm pretty sure I know what the teacher is going to have me do for that class, which helps. It is going to make me really, really tired, but having the concept so that I can think about it ahead really helps. Because your girl has to think about every single human interaction she ever has before it happens. Otherwise, it takes more spoons. Let me just make sure that that showed up in this thing. It should have, but yep, there it is. Perfect. And I'm gonna write down that I want to find a good gift for that. Am I going to see where I put that? Maybe not. And maybe I should do one for the positivity deck too. Oh, actually, maybe I know which one I want to do for that. Making notes. All right. Trying to think about what else I could sit here and do that I need to do. Most of the stuff I need to do right now is like background admin stuff, which I can't do on my computer while I am also streaming because the poor girl will explode. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we're just gonna go raid. What do you guys think? Is there anything else you want to do today? Well, you can see me. For the brief moment you can actually see me. Oh, I do need to order stickers too, which is another thing on computer that I can't really do while I'm streaming. But the green critter stickers are going to be getting ordered either today or tomorrow, maybe tomorrow morning. And I know for sure that the Great Frogress, it's going to be its own sticker based on the results of the poll that I did on Tumblr. And I might look at the other percentages for that and see what I think. I know that the inchworm was very popular as well. I think that was second in line. I can actually just look on my phone right now and look at the results and actually like say things that are true statements. Yeah, inchworm and the sensational snake are tied for second most popular. So I'll probably do those two. Least popular is the alien, which does not surprise me. So we'll do that. There are so many of these that are tied. That's interesting to me. So the inchworm and the snake are tied for second. And then the dandelion and the turtle are tied for third. I do really like the dandelion, so maybe I'll get that just because I want some. I don't know if I want to do just plain glossy for them or if I want to try to do um, one of the sparkly ones or like a hollow or something. Yeah, I don't know. The still growing one is just, it's just my vibe for this year, I think. Like for the past, I don't know, 6 months or something. Well, maybe longer than that if I'm being honest. All of 2023 and continuing into 2024. Um, because you can't keep a bad bitch down. Um, so I'll probably do those. I don't know that I want to do the slow progress turtle. I don't like him as much. So if that one, if these sell really well or something, then probably that'll be worth it. But at the moment, probably doing the sheet and then 3 singles makes sense. So the snake, the progress, and then the dandelion I'll probably do. Or the inching to victory was the other one. So maybe 4. That's something to think about, I guess. Decisions that I have to make. Yeah. I think maybe that's it, and we're gonna go raid Rainbow. I think that's my plan, unless anybody has like a great need to go someplace else. Because I'm happy to take suggestions from regulars for new people that I should run into. Let's mute that tab, baby, and see what's up with Rainbow. She'll be working. Is it an art day? Or is it Games Friday? What? I'm trying to remember when things happen, and I don't really know. Because if it is Cult of the Lamb, then I probably won't go there today, actually. The Cult of the Lamb update added some stuff to it, and one of them is like a bar and alcohol, and that just, it makes me uncomfortable. So that isn't anything against people. Like, I don't have a problem with them playing it, but I do not want to see my little sheep getting drunk. That doesn't vibe with me. If my computer would actually load the stream, that would be really helpful. I may also sneeze. It is called, okay. So maybe I will see who else is live right now. I think Lib is doing Stardew Valley, which does have booze, but doesn't have me in the game, which makes it different. Although I think they just started, so. Let's see, Parachino. I haven't been there in a while. They're doing art. I think probably Lib. Or we could go raid my music stream. What do you think about that? They're a bigger channel, so it like won't make a difference. But they have nice chill vibes that maybe would be good for us today. And thank you for warning me, Stars. You know how slow my computer is when other stuff is going on. Buddy, pal, please, thank you. It is also Bandcamp Friday. Oh, we have to go to my band because it's my 69-month sub anniversary there. I need to. We'll go bother them. Like I do think that the addition to the cult stuff is really fun, but for me personally, it's not super fun. Lib was playing it, which is how I found out that there was booze. Like I knew there was sex because everybody was making ha-has about it, right? But yeah, and it's a whole thing. I think I've talked about the alcoholism in my family enough that we understand why, but Wish it hadn't been. I'm not going to switch to the ending screen because I can say my goodbyes to you right now. I also would like this eyelash to stop stabbing me in the eye. That would be really nice. You gonna do the thing, buddy? Okay, so we have sub raid and fall raid. Oh, baby girl, come on, you can do it. My computer's so slow. I love how it showed up on stream and not in my own chat. So you can copy and paste those raid messages. The first one there is for subs. The second one is if you don't have a sub. They're just general emotes, so it's not a big deal. I've been following these people for ages. They're one of my favorite bands, so it's a super nice chill vibes. And since I have a sub renewal, I'll be able to request a song. So I'll request one of my favorites and hang out there for a little bit. Take care of yourselves. Be kind to yourselves. Remember that you're loved because I love you. And if you can't take care of and be kind to yourself for yourself, please do it for me because I think you're awesome and you deserve nice things. And that includes from yourself, even on the days that it's really hard. Okay? Mwah! Love you guys, and I'll see you next time.